Welcome, guys. This is the Millionaire Maker Bootcamp. This is sponsored by Alchemist Nation, and this is the Lakeland group. My name is Coach Richie Decker. I am the Lakeland coach for Alchemist Nation. I am known in Alchemist as a money magnet. I am someone who was going broke to $250,000 like Walter did. I'm currently past six figures. I want to welcome you, if you're not familiar with it, to the Millionaire Mindset. And if you are familiar with it, I want to welcome you more because people who think alike make money alike. Let me introduce my group. This is our first meeting of the Millionaire Maker Bootcamp. Again, my name is Richie, and we have a lovely lady here. What's your name for the group?
Brittany.
Brittany. Where are you from, Brittany?
Davie,
Florida.
Yeah.
That's in South Florida, about 4 hours away, right?
Yes.
Welcome. And why did you decide to come to our group?
Because I'm interested to think and work like you guys, and my eyes have opened so much in perception, and I'm ready to grow.
Excellent. And what business are you in?
Right now, I sell insurance.
What kind of insurance?
Right now, I'm doing ACA, so health insurance.
Gotcha. How big is your business?
Well, it's not my personal business, but I've definitely worked on my sales technique and increased my sales, clientele. So.
Gotcha. And how many customers do you have?
Right now, I do about 50 customers a week.
And
so I've been doing it for 3 years, so.
Wonderful. That's great.
I can't keep track.
And what's your monthly commission?
Monthly, like about around 8,000.
Perfect. That's six figures. So 8,000 is six-figure pace. Welcome to six figures.
Yeah.
But you're here to get the $250,000, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. And what's your name, gentleman?
Willie.
Willie. Where are you from?
Miami, Florida.
Miami. Okay. What brings you to our session?
Kind of the same, just kind of that millionaire mindset, and then like you said, kind of getting an outsource of millionaire mindset people to be around the same people, kind of get that.
Absolutely. And what business are you in?
I'm assistant director of operations for Simon Mall.
And what kind of business I am mall?
Simon Mall we are the biggest property management.
Oh, the mall. So the Simon Mall, right?
Biggest property management company in the world.
Right. That's the mall and local mall as part of Simon. Amazing. And you're the director. Say again.
Assistant director of operations.
Gotcha. Are you in sales or investing or managing?
No, I'm in the operations field, so we manage the mall.
Gotcha. And are you into real estate investing at all?
No, that's why I'm here. Also, that's my future plan.
You would like to get in real estate investing?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you already have some wealth to invest. Or you're working on your wealth.
Well, that's also why I'm here. So last year I built up my wealth to be here in this position.
And what's your current net worth?
I wouldn't say much, but it's about 100K.
That's the start. So you have 100K, which is a start. Most Americans are zero or negative. So you have six-figure income. You have a 100,000 net worth, and everyone's here to get to $1 million mark, to making more active income, to put in real estate, to make the passive income. Because the Alchemist Nation motto is, it's not about working, it's about generating income. My personal thing, this is my building, my office is around the corner. I work 5 hours a day. I take my son to school. I exercise at the local gym. I come here at 10 a.m. I do my sales calls. I do my paid appointments. At 3 o'clock, I shut down. I pick my son up. I do not work after that. On Friday at 3, I shut my cell phone off for the weekend. I am not working. I am present with my family. I've got to that point. I used to be a college professor at a local college in Polk County, Polk State College. I taught math and business. I was really into it. It paid the bills. College work doesn't make it financially free. And one day during the pandemic, I was on a call at 8:30 at night with my class, doing a class. My wife poked her in and said, Richie, you don't make enough money to be working this hard. And she was right. I was working harder and harder for like 1 or 2% more. And after the pandemic, it was not a great time to teach. I said, I can be a millionaire. I have the talent, I have the skill. I'm using it. Nothing wrong with teaching, but I'm ready for more. Everything I couldn't teach, I put that. I started my business called Most Coach. I started that in December 2022. It's about 2.5 years. In 2-year mark, I hit six-figure pace. Now I want to pass six figures. I want to get to $250,000 in active income to join the mastermind and Alchemist Nation to invest in real estate. So when I'm 60, all my money is passive. Right. My mission. I am aligned to become a millionaire in 3 to 5 years, and then I want to get Deca Million before I hang it up. That's not a good mission?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love life.
Right.
I exercise. Last night I was playing basketball with teenagers. They said, "You're the guy who shoots for us," and they picked me second, and I was impressed because I'm 43 years old. I lift weights with my 11-year-old son. I love watching Glee with my 9-year-old daughter. I watched the Knicks. I don't know if they played last night. If they don't tell me, I got on recording. I want them to go all the way. I watched the Bucks. I'm sure you guys like the Dolphins, right? Your local team. My wife went to FSU. My brother went to UF. Not a lot of love in that house. And we're here to have a good time making money, right? Right. Now we all know each other. Let's talk. I do have prepared something. I do want to start with our purpose. This is a monthly group. This is our first meeting. We attracted 2 people plus 2 more are going to watch the recording. Not bad for something I threw together in 2 weeks. I wanted to get a minimum viable product. Now that I have an audience and we did this, we're going to learn how to effectively market to fill this room next time. And I appreciate you guys coming on our first run. I'm recording this. I'm going to study it so I improve it next time. Critique the marketing. I do have an assistant who's spreading word over town. Our goal is that 1 full table in a month. Then we want 2 full tables. Then we want staying room only. Then we're going to a much better venue as much more high class. This was free for me here, so I took it. So thanks for the minimum viable product. That's our purpose. Let's now go over our mission for today. We have about 50 minutes. The mission for today is to do an activity from the book, You Are a Badass. Have you read it?
No, not yet. No.
And your assignment for the next meeting is to read the book, You Are a Badass. You can't miss. Big yellow book. You can listen to the audio book, You Are a Badass. That's a colorful title. I'm not a fan of cursing, but it's a colorful title. It's not a bad marketing thing. There's not a lot of foul language. It's just a book about you taking ownership of your life to make money and be successful and change your mind. The Millionaire Mindset from T. Harv Eker, who has influenced Walter, our leader, Walter Amarillo, the leader of Alchemist Nation. And You Are a Badass is a very good way to really get into it. The activity I'm going to do is from 2nd chapter, I think it is.
Okay.
And it's on money. Okay, so play along. Do I have your permission to help you take your first step to being a millionaire?
Okay.
Do I have your permission to be honest with me, not be embarrassed by anything, because you know this is going up? If you're not comfortable, just let me know. I can do it on myself. You don't have to. But if you want to, I'm asking your permission to be honest. Think about it for a second. Do I have your permission?
Yeah.
Do I have permission?
Yes.
So we'll start with the ladies. I believe ladies first. Tell me what your parents told you about money.
You have to work hard.
Let me phrase that better. So is your mom, dad, that kind of stuff?
My dad, he's both my parents are entrepreneurs. They work for themselves.
I got you. Work hard, okay. Is it you have to work hard for money?
Yes.
All right, I got one thing. Okay. All right. What else?
Discipline. My dad would always say discipline, consistency. I think it's mostly me just growing up, watching them, their work ethic. I remember going to like a lot of construction sites with both my parents growing up, and they taught me a lot like through that way, and just watching them, being with them, helping them. Since a very young age, I pretty much been working, kind of understood the work ethic and the sacrifice that it took. And I think I didn't really understand the word sacrifice until I met this guy.
Are you guys together?
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. All right, got you. My friend, tell me what your parents teach you about money.
Same thing. Hard work, discipline, consistency, sacrifice.
Okay.
To save.
Okay. After 6, okay.
Yeah, don't give your money away. My dad tells me all the time. And everybody's trying to take from you.
Everyone's taking. Everybody's trying to take from you?
Yeah, that's what my dad says.
Right. Everybody's okay, gotcha. Man, do you have any? Give me that money?
Anything about money?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, save, don't invest. That's about it.
Gotcha. I hear you. Okay. Let's unpack this.
Okay.
How many hours a week do you work right now?
Maybe 7.5.
Very simple. Okay. That sounds kind of exact. Is that, do you ever make calls on the weekends or anything? Or that's
No, no.
That's it.
How about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Mine goes from 40 all the way up to 70, 60 hours a week.
Okay. I got you. My man, if you work 60 to 70 hours a week for the next 30 years, will you be in good shape?
No.
How much longer can you work 60, 70 hours a week before your mental or physical health or relationships decline?
I would say 15 at the max.
15.
15
Okay,
years.
15 years. Go ahead.
Affected our relationship in the first 2 years.
All right. So if he keeps working those hours,
Yeah.
what will are you guys married?
No.
You're dating?
Yes.
Would you, if you get married, what would a marriage be like with a husband who works 70 hours a week every week?
Like his sister said, she'll feel like I'm a single mom.
So, single mom. So, the single mom means the kids have no dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Why do you choose to work 70 hours a week?
Well, it entails with my job description. So, I mean, I'm a natural 40 hours, but I'm on call. So.
Sure. Do you mind if I disagree with that? Because there's other jobs out there, right?
Right.
I mean, you could get a different job, right?
Sure.
Right. So it's not that it's your job because you chose your job. Could it be that you heard when you were a kid, you have to work hard to make money? So you have a belief that the only way to get money is to work as much as possible? So you're always looking for more and more work, and because what we focus on grows, when you make more and more, when you want more and more work, what do you get?
More work.
More work.
Mm-hmm.
Until you have so much work,
Mm-hmm.
you have no kids, no wife, and no health, because you're focusing on work. It's like if I focused on cheeseburgers. That's all I think about, and I was taught you have to eat cheeseburgers. What will happen? I eat more and more cheeseburgers until what? I look like a cheeseburger. So you were told you have to work hard. So you find ways to, and then you justify and say, well, it's not up to me. This is my job. This is the nature of my job. But man, there's lots of jobs. You chose that job. You choose to work extra. You choose the person who works all the time. Is it a choice? And where does choice come from? The belief.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if we consider replacing that belief?
Sure.
You have to work hard for money, right? What if we have a new belief? You have to work smart for money so that your money does the work. What about that belief?
Ooh.
That's why we're here.
Okay, I got you. I agree. So if we were to replace that belief with this one,
Mm-hmm.
what would you start to look for?
Opportunities that money will work for you, like passive income.
Like passive income. Or ways to make money with less work.
Mm-hmm.
ways to make more money with less work, so you have an excess of money to turn into money with no work. If your husband had that belief, would that make you a single mom?
No.
Might the husband have time to read to the kids and maybe do the dishes and go to the gym and hang out with his friends so he's healthy and happy and doesn't come home at work snapping at people because he had a hard day?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a better life?
Woo!
Does it have anything to do with the economy?
Right.
Anything to do with the economy?
No.
Does that belief have anything about the economy?
No.
Anything to do with the job market?
No.
No.
Anything to pick your career?
No.
What does that have to do with?
Belief.
Because if that's what you're looking for, you will find that. And whatever talents and skills you have that make you an assistant director will be repurposed to make more money with less time and make passive income. Because you are talented. You are skillful. You're good at what you do. If you choose to apply that to this belief, guess what? Get a job that work less, make more, and invest it correctly. What do you say?
Yep. 100%.
I used to have that belief. That's how I was working till 9 o'clock at night for $60,000 a year. Now I work 5 hours a day. I exercise twice. Once going to gym with my son. I do this every night. Me and my wife spend an hour listening to each other, and all weekend I'm on my family and myself, relaxing and having fun. Nothing changes me. I don't have anything you don't have. It's just a belief. Now, does that mean you don't work hard? It means you work
Smarter.
smart. Who works harder? There's two. Who works harder? The CEO of Coca-Cola, who works 70 hours a week and makes $30 million, or Warren Buffett, who invests for 15 minutes a year and makes $300 million? Who works harder?
Warren Buffett.
No.
Oh, harder. Works harder.
How do we define hard? How do we
Yeah.
remember
Coca-Cola.
the changes? How do we define hard work? If I define hard work by time, then single moms work the hardest. They work 24/7.
Yeah.
What if we define hard work by time, and we know we work hard? We think, I'll be a better person. I'll be a better man. I'll be better if I work more. Then you're taking calls on the weekend. You're checking your email. You're thinking about it while you're sleeping. You're working all the time because you want to work so hard to be a good guy. But if we change hard work is making money, then you start to think, okay, I want to be a better person, better man. How can I make more money? And Warren Buffett is the hardest working guy in the country. He's the richest guy. He made $300 million with an investment took him 15 minutes.
That's amazing.
It's just thinking. And you start thinking, man, if I work so hard today, I'll make one sale for 10 grand. I work so hard. I'll work so hard today. Man, I'll sell my stock options and make 6 grand. I'll work so hard today. I'll finalize that real estate deal, make 100. I'll work so hard today. My tenants are paying me $10,000. That's hard work. What would you rather do? Believe hard work is hours or hard work is money? You tell me. You think discussing it back to me.
I think working hard is owning your own time. And like you said, of course, if money is working for you, you have more time on your hands. So if you're able to do that, I think that's working hard and smarter.
Okay, let's unpack that. If working hard is owning my own time, then is my son, who plays video games 12 hours a day, is he the hardest working guy in the room because he's exactly what he wants all the time?
Not
No.
exactly.
So I'm doing this because language is so important. I believe working hard is defined by how much money you make. So guess what? Because I'm a man who believes in working hard, I keep making more and more money. It's not that I keep owning my time to the point that I do that. I don't do what I want all day per se. I get uncomfortable. I do things I don't feel like doing. I know will be better. I never waste time, but sometimes I make calls. I don't always feel like it. Sometimes I, have to do things I don't really feel like it. I would rather just, take a nap. Doesn't matter. I don't do what I feel. I don't do necessarily what I want to do. I do what's in my best interest. And I find ways to make money. Watch your words. Okay, one more thing, then we'll move on. Everybody's trying to take from you. That's a belief? Okay. So, if this room had on this table 10 chicken dinners, would I try and take yours?
No.
Absolutely no reason to, right?
Right.
There's 10. You waste of time. I have them right here. If you had the only can of beans left in town because there was a hurricane, the only can of beans left in town, that's it. There's no other food.
Right.
Would it make sense to be try to take from you?
Yes.
When do people take from you? When there is
Need.
not need.
Limit.
No, when there's scarcity.
Right.
When there's scarcity, people decide, I need to take it, I can't get it. When there is abundance, nobody has any interest in taking it at their own. If I have a full belly, I have no interest in taking your dinner. I know. Because the wife puts out a beautiful dinner, I don't even want it. Because I stopped at McDonald's when I went home. It's a beautiful dinner. I don't want it because I'm full. I won't even take it. I'm not going to go steal it. I'm not going to fight for something. Would you fight for something you don't want? I don't want to take it from you. I don't want to fight you. I don't even want it. It's abundant. If it's scarce, now people start to fight. All right? So this implies things are scarce. Money is scarce. And if money is scarce, not only is everyone trying to take from you, but don't have a lot. Definition of scarcity, there's not a lot of it. Would you expect to have a lot of things are scarce? Take what you can get doesn't imply having a lot, right? And someone trying to take from you, if I'm trying to take it from you, are you going to cooperate with me?
No.
Are we going to strike a win-win deal?
I'll try. I'm a very peaceful. I try.
But if I'm trying, listen. I want that phone. I'm going to take it from you. Is this the kind of guy? That's what you. If everyone in this building was focused on stealing your stuff, would this be a place to make some friends, do some business?
No.
If I say, hey, listen, I'm a marketer. I'll be honest. All I want to do is steal your money. Would you hire me as a marketer?
No.
Would you trust me? No. So how do we act when everybody's trying to take something from us?
Like we hiding stuff. Like
We hide it. We're ready to fight, and we don't want to work or cooperate with anyone. In sales, in a mall, don't you need cooperation to make money?
yes.
People have to trust you that you're going to be there for them when something bad happens and pay you. Well, welcome. What's your name?
Are you Richie?
Yeah.
I'm Lisa.
Lisa, you met my assistant Declare, right?
Yes.
Welcome. We're just going to have a seat.
Yeah, there was nobody downstairs or no signage.
No worries. My apologies. My apologies. Come on in. Come on. Sorry for the confusion. We're just going.
No problem.
So we're unpacking a belief. She has her dad give her belief to her. Money everyone's trying to take from you. We're unpacking that. And I'll welcome Lisa. Lisa, if everyone's trying to take from me, does that imply things are scarce or abundant?
If everyone was trying to take from me?
Yeah.
No, it shows me that people feel they're entitled.
Okay. But I hear you. I hear your thinking. I hear where you're going. But follow this line of thought, if you will, okay? If there's two choices, things are scarce or things are abundant, which one will lead people to want to take from others?
Scarcity.
Scarcity. So if my parents taught me everyone's trying to take from you, that implies scarcity. Lisa, would you want to cooperate and make deals and trust someone who wants to take something from you? No. So if I'm in a business where I need cooperation and make deals and trust to get customers, would I be very good doing that in an environment of taking, people taking in return? Everyone's trying to take from me. That'd be a good place to do that?
No.
If things are scarce, is it good to sell things when no one has anything and people are fighting over things? No.
Is it good to sell things?
No.
Only if it's something somebody really
Really needs. But even then, they probably fight over, right? Right? Isn't it better to sell when anybody has tons of money and wants to buy stuff? If things are scarce, well, I expect to have a lot. Listen, things are really scarce right now. If things are scarce, I wouldn't expect to have a lot. But if it's scarce, means not a lot. I believe things are abundant. I believe money is everywhere. I believe there's lots of wealthy people out there. I believe people want to give to me, give me business, give me referrals, give me their friendship. I believe in that. Everyone's trying to give to me. I just got to meet those people, which is almost everyone, in this abundant world full of money. And then guess what? I will sell things to make money. Now, you may say, I don't know if you believe that, and I hear you. We're considering a different point of view for a different way to live because what we focus on happens. And the millionaire mindset, which we're discussing, is what we focus on to attract that. So if I walk into this room thinking these three people are here to give their time, give their knowledge, and maybe give business or referrals if I can strike a friendship, and I believe they all have money, and there's money in this building, and things are abundant, am I more likely to make a contact that can refer me business or sell with that mindset than things are scarce? They're trying to take from me. There's no money in this room. I need to hold on to mine for my life. Which one's a better mindset to sell things and make money?
Of course, the abundant.
The abundance. So when your dad teaches you, everybody's take from me, even if you don't remember that every day, when I asked you a question from 30 years ago, you said it instantly, right? Mm-hmm. So it's on your mind. That means you think about it every day. So when you walk into a sales opportunity, everyone's trying to take from you. When you think, where are my customers? Things are scarce. No one has money. That's why you're stuck at 6 figures. When I started believing, man, rich people are everywhere, money's everywhere, everybody's ready to give, all of a sudden my sales and prices started going way up. Millionaire mindset. Lisa, thank you so much. I know you jumped in this midstream. I'm gonna ask your permission, feel free to say no. Feel free. Do you mind being honest with me on a question about money? Feel free to say no.
Well, that would depend on the question, but yes,
Okay, that's right.
for the most part.
It's not about your money, it's about what something your parents said. Are there any beliefs that money your parents taught you?
That my parents taught me.
Yeah.
Probably you have to work for your money.
Okay, we had that.
You have
So,
to work for your money.
gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
This one I don't necessarily subscribe to the way they put it in play, but you can always make more money.
Okay,
You know?
let's unpack that. The first one, my man here, his dad told me, would you mind, and that's your mission, feel free to say no, if you teach Lisa what I taught you about that belief? See if you can explain it, that means you understand.
About working hard.
About the belief that I have to work hard for money. Teach Lisa what I taught you.
So basically, what he was explaining was that my mindset of having to work in abundance because I put 40 to 70 hours. That's what I work. So up top it said you have to work, and we put hard for your money. And then what we changed it as is you have to work smart
I would agree with that.
for money, so that your money does the work.
Because there's plenty of people that work hard but never make very much money. So
Right.
I would agree that smart is a better exchange for hard.
Right, but if our parents said that, and we don't unpack it, it is on our mind. Because I asked you, what did your parents say? It came out right away. It's on your mind.
Right.
Where you, so it's here. So we got to take time to unpack that and
I've
change it.
unpacked my parents' beliefs a long time ago because they didn't wind up in the end being successful.
Yes. Okay.
So
Gotcha.
I don't follow what they taught. I learn from what they did, and
Okay.
I learn from the positives and the negatives, and then apply it in a different way.
All right, gotcha. Excellent. So you're ahead of the game. Let's take the other belief. You say don't subscribe to it.
Mhm.
That you always make more money.
I'm sorry, don't subscribe to always making more money.
I can always make more money.
I don't subscribe to the fact that you can always make more money in just the blank statement. For example, if my parents, said, oh, it's been a bad year, it's okay, we can continue on with the lifestyle that we live, because I can always make more money next year, we'll just finance it, or we'll just, put it on a credit card or whatever.
I hear. Gotcha.
That's a belief
Gotcha.
I do not
So-
subscribe to.
The sentence "I can make more money" on its own, is that believable?
Yes,
Literally, I get paid every week.
absolutely. You can always
But
make
you're
more
saying
money
that
if you
was
want.
used as an
Make more
excuse.
money.
So it seems like you're advanced, which is great. Have you ever had this training or anything on
No.
T. Harv Eker? Okay. So where I'm getting a lot of this from is two books. T. Harv Eker's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
Yeah.
You got that. And the book You Are a Badass.
I've read both of those.
Gotcha. So you are already wonderful. You heard about us from Dakota?
No, I
This-
think I gave it to her.
What?
I think
No.
I might have given it to her.
Oh, they heard about this meme.
Yes. Yes.
And where do you know Dakota from?
She's my niece.
Wonderful. Okay. Gotcha. Well, welcome. Okay. Understood. She's your niece. Okay, I got you. Wonderful. I guess you invited someone. Did you get a ticket by any chance?
She said it was $20 today.
Excellent. You have it? Okay, great. We're going to donate that to the Boys and Girls Club. Excellent.
She was really, really diligent on what she told me about.
And what'd she tell you? Give me feedback. What'd she tell you? Awesome. You came.
Let's see. She told me that you recognized she was a hard worker, and said that she could be applying herself more efficiently and making better money than the way she was there, and that you had a pretty good system to be able to teach people ways to do that allowed them to be more effective.
Okay. Wonderful. Lisa, just so you know, this is our first meeting. This is a minimum viable product in the sense that I threw this together in 2 weeks. The next time, the call is very helpful. We are going to know better how to market. Our goal is to fill up one table. We're halfway there. Better marketing. I'll have better content now. I did it once. But as an A business, I had an idea. I did it. I got 3 people. Minimum viable product. Get it out there and then adjust. Right? Okay.
You took action.
Now, this isn't really a product. I'm not selling this. This is a group. I'll call it a product because everything's a product. Okay. Now, that is the Million Mindset. You guys on board? Looks like Lisa's already knew this. Would you like me to do a little coaching and teaching on how you personally can make some money this month? Extra money. Agreed?
Of course.
Now, this is recorded. And Lisa, it's all recording. Is that okay, Lisa?
No problem.
I'm going to send all 3 of your recordings. You don't have to take diligent notes. You can watch it again. That's it. I want people to be present. I have one whiteboard. If you guys want, what we're going to do, if your permission to be honest, and if you don't, is it comfortable to say no, that's okay. I'm going to ask you some questions. Everyone is going to tell me 20 ideas. That sounds like a lot. That's the point. If I ask you to name 3 Brad Pitt movies, you can, right?
No, absolutely not.
No, but if I ask you to name 3 Beatles songs, you can, right?
No.
Yeah, that I can.
If I ask you to name 3 Beatles songs, yeah, that's easy. About 10.
Yeah.
If I said 20, you'd struggle. But I'll tell you what, if you sat in that 20th song, would be, man, that's an amazing song. The rule of 20 says that 3 is super easy, 10 is challenging, but if you stay with it and don't give up, the last 2 on the 20 list are the most creative and typically the best. Simple coaching technique. Give me 20 ways you can be a better mom. The last 2 are what they do. Give me 20 ways you can get business. That's a simple coaching. We're going to do it right now. Simple coaching, you can do it yourself, but I'll do it first time. Okay. So this is all right. So this is earn. We'll keep it really simple. Earn. Really easy. $1,000, not that much money. We'll start some $1,000 extra next week. So every Friday, okay? Ways. Everybody's gonna get 20. If you don't have notes, there is a recording. You can watch it.
Yeah, I'm taking notes on my phone.
There's like AI.
No, I just put them in.
Perfect. So I'm on the board, and you go and take notes. 20 ways. Okay. Let's do this. All right. So 20 ways. 3 people. We're gonna do 5 at a time. Lightning round. Go.
I still on my laptop.
Sell a laptop?
First thing on my mind.
To sell your MacBook?
Yeah, MacBook, that's what it is.
Sell. Okay, good. Go, my man. What's your way?
My way of making money?
Extra 1,000.
I have a business, so finding customers as well.
Wait. Okay. Okay. I got you. So what's a way you can get a new customer right now?
Marketing.
Specific. Something you could do.
Introducing myself.
Okay.
And giving them a business card.
Meet someone. Right?
Networking. That would be networking,
No.
I think.
But the word networking is general. It means something we can do. Meet someone. How about you? You make $1,000 extra this week, this month, next week.
$1,000 extra this month?
Week.
Or this week, I'm sorry, $1,000 extra this week. Probably the fastest way is what she said. Well, to me, it'd be not to spend it, but
Right.
What's something you can cut out?
The fastest thing you can do is to sell something you already own.
What's something you can sell on your own?
It'd probably be multiple things, but
One thing at a time.
sell an extra car.
A car?
Yeah.
Are you a car salesman?
I'm sorry?
Are you a car salesman?
No.
Do you have like a car broker?
I have 3 cars.
Sell a car. Okay,
I
excellent.
can drive one.
Sell a car. Okay. All right. Next.
Write a book.
In a week?
I don't know, child's book, a learning
Okay,
ebook,
ha-
Amazon.
Has to be. It can't be a 10-year goal. Something you could
Oh,
do
that's
next
great.
week.
Oh my goodness.
Like $1,000.
$1,000. I don't know, maybe sell something in the streets like
Like what?
Gatorade.
What?
Gatorade.
So
in the streets.
how many Gatorades? $1,000.
Oof, I don't know, $2 a piece, so 500.
All right. Okay. How about you?
Sell flowers.
I thought that at first.
How many flowers?
You figured $10 to $50 a bouquet. I mean, 300, 400.
That'd be 20 bouquets. Oh, that's what bouquets, all right. How about you, Lisa?
Provide a service for somebody, what would it be? Clean houses.
How many houses?
Well, I'd say $150 a cleaning, so what is that? 6
Let's
houses?
say about 6
maybe?
houses. Clean 6 houses, okay.
1 a week or 1 a day?
Okay, 6 houses, good. Now, we're getting better. Let's see if we can get something not general. Like anybody can sell Gatorade, right? Something you can do based on what you have. You could sell something you have.
Right.
Because right now you don't have a hoard of Gatorade, right?
Right now.
And you don't even know if $2 would work. You have to be cost with that, right? You could sell something you already own.
Right.
You could do something at work, because it's all in sales.
Mhm.
Or something. What can we do?
A life insurance policy.
Sell a policy, right?
Yeah.
So now we're on to something. What would be an action you could take that would sell a life insurance policy?
I'll get contracted with one of the carriers and then find the clientele by cold calling.
Cold call. How many cold calls would it take to get a customer?
On me, I average like 8 sales before I close. So about maybe 10.
10 cold calls you get a customer?
Yeah, I can cold call. Usually like every 10 average, I find a sale.
How much sale worth to you?
Well, I mean, life insurance policies, the payouts depends on the policy, but a good policy usually could pay out $1,000 to $4,000 a week.
Well, how much does it pay? One policy pays $1,000 a week forever?
Yeah, so if you sell a policy that's like $200 a month, for example, you get paid out 12 months once you sell that policy ahead of time from the contractor.
So you get $1,200?
Yeah, so whatever depending on the cost.
All right. So If you make 10 cold calls right now, you would make $1,200.
Well, if I did 10 sales, yeah.
No. How many calls you have to make before someone buys from you, on average?
About 10. 10 cold calls before I can close a sale. Usually,
So that's 100 cold calls
right.
That's better. 100 cold calls, right?
based on those numbers.
Okay, 100 cold calls. Got it. Okay. Now, think about your business. Okay, what's something you could do make $1,000 at work? What you do? The next person.
At work, I don't think there's any.
You're not in sales, right?
No. I mean, I just got promoted, which gave me 40,000 more.
Got a promotion. Okay. And is there any more promotions you can get?
My bonus, my annual bonus.
And what do you got to do to get your bonus?
Make sure I'm under budget.
And what's something you could do to stay under budget?
Just by, efficiently, effectively.
Like, give me an action you can do next week that'll contribute to that.
I don't know, other than just staying under budget.
So if you can't tell me what you can do to do that, then it's not likely to happen because you don't even know what to do unless it's really easy. It happens automatically.
Right.
Happens automatically. Doesn't work that much. Like she, to make a sale, she knows 100 cold calls equals 1 sale.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what's something you could do that's productive on staying under budget? One action you could take.
You started, let me see if I can
Right.
give you a clarity to help here. You started by saying stay under budget.
Right.
So do you have a project right now that will be able to be completed in a week that you could actionably make under budget by $1,000 or more?
Sure.
Yeah,
The tile job.
And what's something you could do to lower the cost on that? Good job.
Well, for me, it would be measure the square footage of the thin set and tile and buy precisely to what I need.
All right.
Don't
Okay.
overpurchase.
Right.
Gotcha.
Don't overpurchase.
Precise.
Measurement. For material.
And were you planning on doing that next week?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Okay. That'll make money. Okay. Lisa.
Cash in PTO.
Okay. And I'm going to say, Lisa, what's something you could do to earn another hour PTO for next time?
Volunteer to work additional hours that are needed.
Okay. Work. Are there any shifts you could pick up next week?
That's what I mean.
Work.
Pick up additional shifts.
Another shift. Okay. That's
you
it.
earn PTO based on the number of hours you work.
There we go. All right. And you have a paycheck job?
No.
What's your job?
Salary.
That's okay. And what kind of job do you have?
Construction.
Okay. Gotcha. So you're not in sales or commission, right?
I think every job is sales. But
You're not like getting paid on like.
I do sales.
Okay, so you got paid commission,
I do not get paid commission. I have worked commission.
and you have to get paid bonuses.
I do get paid bonuses.
Okay. Okay. Focus on that. Okay. Next round. Next round. Okay. Go ahead. Something you can do.
Food truck? I don't know.
Okay. Let's get something that we could do in a week already do. Not like
In a week?
new career.
Okay.
You're a salesperson. What's another thing you can do to get a sale right now?
I just sell basically health insurance and life, but mostly health insurance. So in a week, I make 50 sales in a week. I make around 2,400.
What could you do to get one more sale? Action you can take. We said 100 cold calls. Okay, that's not idea. What's something else you can do to get a sale?
Add an ancillary, like a dental or vision to it, and increase my.
Okay. Upsell, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're thinking, right? Okay. Well, all right. Good. Something we could do at work to stay under budget. Something else. Amen. Under budget. What can we do? Lower that cost.
What's your overhead? What are some of your overhead expenses?
I mean, for me, it would just kind of be, I guess, more of a. Trying to think. Keeping a log of my, what do they call that? What do they call that? My stuff.
Like a log?
A log, like inventory.
Oh.
All right, have you ever heard of a captain's log, my friend?
Yes, actually.
All right, what's captain's log?
What's on the ship?
I hear you. So, have you heard of captain log and personal organization and improvement?
No.
Gotcha. See me after. I got something for you.
Okay.
You'll love this, right? Captain's log originally what they did on Star Trek. Captain's log, right? But this is a different thing. Go, Lisa. Something else you could do to get this bonus.
I thought of another thing. It's not associated
All right.
with the bonus.
I got it.
I could rent out extra space. I could rent out a room in my house or something like that. Rent out extra space.
I feel like I'm on that show where they give the surveys and they're like, let me see sleep late. Let me see tequila. That show, and they put them. Survey says what that show? Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Right. Let me see. Not my mother-in-law this time. Right. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. I can make 1,000 in a week. Running out of ideas.
I'll tell you what.
House sitting. I don't know. A couple.
Okay.
homes.
So see me after. I have something for you to make some money this week. Okay.
Okay.
Lisa. Last round. Then I'll move on. You get the idea, right? You 20 though. Lisa, something you could do. Get that bonus.
Something I could do to get the bonus.
Yeah.
Find money in the Excel spreadsheet that puts me under budget on the job.
Find money. Okay.
Unallocated money. There's always money in a budget that isn't allocated, but a lot of people forget about it and lose it. It just gets gobbled up by the end of the job. So find that money that hasn't been, to use your example.
Right.
I had somebody come put the floors in. So the tile guys are done. I'm gonna have a little buffer in there for anything unexpected that came up for the tile guys.
Right.
I've got that for the electrician, I've got that for the plumber, I've got that for the tile guys, I've got that
Right,
all
so a
in
little
there.
bit left over.
But if I start looking, if I manage it properly and that doesn't get used, now I've got 500 here,
Right.
1,000 here, 200 here. If I properly account for that and keep track of it,
Right.
I could probably pull $1,000 out of that, which would give me $1,000 for that. But it would also make me under for the entire job,
All right.
which would bring a bonus in. For
Yes.
that.
Are you going to do it?
Of course I would.
But we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
You're going to do it anyway.
Mhm.
Oh, one thing. Okay. Awesome. What if we found something you weren't going to do
And
and
add
it
that.
came out here and you went and made $1,000 and you thought, gee, I donated $20. I just made 1,000. That's like a 50 ROI for this meeting, and that $20 went to help the kids. I know, gee, I drove like 8 hours, but man, this idea, maybe it makes me $1,000 a week. ROI. Everything I do, from playing basketball with my son, to listening to my wife, to selling coaching, is a ROI. That's how I use my time effectively. What's my return on this? Now, is watching a Knick game in my underwear ROI? Yes. Because that time counts for relaxation. It makes me live longer because I'm relaxed, not stressed. Nothing wrong with relaxing. Nothing wrong with taking a nap or watching some TV. If the purpose is actually relax. If I'm on my phone, texting my mom and watching TV, and my wife's trying to talk to me, and on my mind is my on my next sale, is that relaxing?
Mm-mm.
Am I getting an ROI for that?
No.
So when you relax, I would shut the phone off. One screen, if there's a screen, be present and think, is this worth my time? Because this is my thing to enjoy.
I call that being intentional.
Be intentional. And if you're just flipping around the tube or just scrolling on TikTok or YouTube, not really knowing what the hell, people, you'd be surprised how many hours people do that and they're not relaxing. And it's not right for use time. ROI. I have a poem. Can I share it with you?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote this. This is my life coaching, but I want to share it because you guys are my friends in it, okay? Every morning, I look outside. Sun's coming up. I say, I am so grateful to witness this sunrise. If this is the last sunrise I ever witnessed, that's okay. Because everything I do today will be meaningful, and I won't waste a second. And that little prayer to myself sets my mind to do just that. Be thankful for everyone I meet. Even if they're arguing with me over how much mayonnaise is on my sandwich, it's okay. I'm thankful to be here in their presence and get this sandwich. I'm thankful for the traffic jam because I own a car and I'm listening to the Millionaire mindset in this car ride. I'm thankful my wife slams the door because my son got a C on his paper because I have a wife who cares. And now I get some time to do my own thing. I'm thankful no matter what. And everything I do is intentional. And I'm not perfect, so if I dive into if it's not intentional for a second, which happens, I start thinking, do they really want to be watching this YouTube on like the old Nintendo games? Not really. I'm not going to waste a moment. But I share with you. Now, this is not a coaching session. I don't have the time, or you're not really here to do 20 things, but you get the idea. I advertise this as a place where people come who are committed to stacking their million, to do guided sessions to make money. So let me, now that you know what we're about, let me ask you the question. Are you committed to stacking another million of your net wealth this year?
Yes.
Are you committed to stacking another million net wealth this year?
Yes.
Are you committed to stacking another million of your net wealth?
Always.
That's why you're here. So we're all committed. And did we do guided activities help us make money? First, we did mindset. Then we did practical ways you can make money. A little bit. That'd be more for a coaching session, but you get the idea. You can do it and you got some ideas. Did we generate any ideas, something we might not have done to make money this week?
Yes.
If you go make that money and you make $1,000, was it worth your time here?
Yes.
Is it worth it to tell people about this who you qualify as earning $150 or more and are committed to stacking their million? Is that worth your time? And inviting people so we meet our goal of from 3 people to 12 people next time. Is that fair? And if we're all committed, it'll spread. Do you have any feedback for me for how I can improve this or any suggestions? I want one good thing, one bad thing. One good thing.
I love like the clarity and just the whole mindset thing. So far I like it. I don't see anything negative, to be honest. I feel like I'm learning more. So
It can be one thing that could send us through the moon.
shoot. I don't know. I guess like maybe personalize it more to. I guess.
What if I invited some movie stars to hang out here? That'd be better?
I mean, like-minded people. I don't really care for movie stars.
All right,
I think I want to be around people who wants to
all right,
invest in
I got
real
you.
estate I can learn from.
Gotcha. I mean, what's
Yeah,
something?
kind of like what you said. Like-minded people have a group.
More people, right?
Yeah.
So more people, we all get involved. We'll invite people, and I know I market, and I'm actually paying the code of market. I'm glad she brought someone. She gets, by the way, she gets $50 because someone came. Like that's helping her get paid. I'm serious. That's
Also,
my
just
commission.
Downstairs, because we also didn't know. We went to
Oh,
I understood.
I forgot
just
about
kind
that.
of assigned second.
And that's the improvement. Okay, it's on me.
My thing was there needs
That's
to be
the-
some a sign
Right.
or a person or somebody to greet people and
That's completely on me.
welcome them.
That's completely on me. I make no excuses. I will absolutely have someone downstairs and signs. And I'll probably go out in the hallway and make sure everyone's there. Okay, excellent. Thank you. And we got that one feedback. Lisa, I strike as someone who's brutally honest and to the point, which I love. Can you tell me one thing I did good and one thing I can improve?
Okay. One thing that you did good was by actually starting this and you know just beginning and starting. It's infant. It's growing. One thing you could do to improve is you need some people that are already somewhat successful or in the program to be able to interact with the people that are starting.
Okay.
So that it's not just you talking about it and showing it. You need to have a few people that can interact.
In my coaching program,
No, in your coaching program, yes, exactly.
my clients, okay.
So it needs to be
My clients.
Richie isn't the only one here telling us this works.
All right.
Sally is living proof. She's showing it works. She's got it. She's a little further down the road than I am, but you know
Yes.
what? I can see me getting there because I'm not Richie yet, but I can see me making Sally.
Absolutely.
Right.
Good. Now, at the end, just me, thank you for coming. I invite you, I did say there's networking afterwards. I invite you all to join me next door at Linksters for networking, us and where else we meet. And while we're there, we can spread the word about our group. We can spread it. I'll be happy to network with you and talk with you. And we'll all meet each other. That's my offer. So 1 o'clock, and anything you get, drinks or food, is on me. Okay? That's our deal. Thank you guys.
Thank